All right, what's going on, y'all? So, I just got out of getting my first COVID vaccine. Um, and I waited the 15 minutes after getting the vaccine to see if I have any allergic reaction or whatever. And of course, no. So, I'm driving home now. I got it on my left arm. Um, I usually drive with my left arm, so hopefully nothing happens while I'm driving. Oh, God. So much traffic. All right, cool. So I opted in to get the Pfizer vaccine, so I'm going to have to come back in 3 weeks to get the second dose. Again, this is my first day with it. Hopefully, I don't have too many side effects. Yeah, a continuation of thoughts. Again, this is my first day, so anything could happen, really. These next couple days, several weeks, etc. But, just like anybody else, I had my worries. You know, this is like the first rollout of a new vaccine. When I made an appointment online, you get all these printouts or whatever, and they tell you, like, there's no answers for anything yet. To what extent are your side effects? They don't know the answer. If it's effective, will it protect you indefinitely? There's still no answer. So, in a sense, everybody is just still a guinea pig to this new rollout and vaccine. We are part of a research team somewhere, collecting data whether these are actually effective or not. And I compare it to, like, the M1 Apple chip when they rolled out. It was big. It was a big marketing hype for sure, and you don't want to jump on those too quickly because what if it flops? What if you want to know more about it before you buy into it, etc. And the vaccine is just the same. But at the same time, too, like, I don't know. I thought about a lot being a medical professional. You have to, be a responsible role model. You have to advocate for all of this. But it's worrisome because, you want to advocate for something positive, herd immunity, inoculation, all that jazz and whatnots. At the same time, you're taking the risk because you don't even know if it's going to work. But I think, there's just like any flu vaccine, etc. We encourage everybody to get it. And I encourage everybody to get this one, whether any of the conspiracy theories are true, whether they're microchipped or whatnot, whatever have you. I was laughing the other day with some coworkers, like, dang, this vaccine probably has a microchip, and I don't know, 30 years down the road, we're going to be watching Forensic Files late at night, and it's going to be like, oh, they thought they got away, but evidence showed that the serial number of the COVID vaccine turned up in the evidence. I don't know, we were just fooling around, but again, it is a big risk. Um, I would be the first in my family right now to get it because, of course, everybody's still worrisome to what it could do, etc., to their body. But I think, especially as nurses and medical professionals, we have to be the front runners. Um, we have to take their chances. Um, we have to be brave, for not only for our patients but for uh, the people who look up to us, whether they be children or family members. We have to be some sort of stable role model in a sense that we personally know that these vaccines could potentially work and be effective for viruses to come. And again, we have to be brave. We have to be the ones to step up. You have to be the one to step up. Um, to take that first step and take the lead and take charge of everybody around you, and to show that this is a good thing, or it can be a good thing. Again, there's a whole bunch of speculation, but um, that's the risk, and I am confident in the decision to do it. Oh man, hopefully these next couple days will be all right. So literally the next day, the family and I, we went to the National Museum of the Pacific War. It's in Fredericksburg, Texas. We always go to Fredericksburg all the time. Sometimes we go to Das Peach House, check it out. We go to wineries. But, every time we went to Fredericksburg, we completely either miss out on the time to go to the museum, or it's like closed. It's closed on Sundays and Mondays, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, sometimes it's closed and we completely miss it. But I've been wanting to go to this museum for quite some time now. There are three locations, not three locations. They're all combined into one museum, but I guess three buildings, if you will. They have the George H.W. Bush Gallery, which was like the main one. And then you have the Admiral Nimitz Gallery, which is right off Main Street, a little bit down a few blocks away from the gallery. And then further down the gallery is the Pacific Combat Zone, which is basically just a big memorabilia war bunker. But it was a lot of fun. I'm a big museum buff. I really like going to museums. It's not only educational for the family and whatnot, but it is, I don't know, there's just something relaxing about going to a museum and being in the existence of it and being in the moment with it and just seeing whether it be art or history or science. It's a really good time. So one of the more important reasons, probably the major reason why we wanted to come to this museum, was really just to see the heritage and embrace some of the history of our ancestors, as well as our ethnicity as Filipino people. And seeing all the memorabilia, reading up a little bit about it, it's certainly remarkable. And in the place of World War II, and seeing the ties between the United States and the Philippines, and it was certainly groundbreaking. A lot of times we're at home, and especially with the kiddos, their main education is on some kind of electronic device, and it's nice just to get out of the house and see these actual tangible things, and to be in that moment, in that surrounding, to see what our history is really based on. And Again, it was groundbreaking. It was certainly something to remember. I like to try to, I don't know, during this little outing, I like to try to instill in the kiddos that, our history is, oh, by the way, that Harley Davidson is bad. Yeah. But yeah, I like to instill into the kiddos that, history, whether it be good or bad, we have to continue to live with it and we have to continue to grow with it. It's certainly something not to be forgotten because, our history shapes us into who we are today and where we are today. So, just right outside of the gallery is the Japanese garden. It's okay. If you ever want to go to a nice Japanese garden, you should check out the one in San Diego, Balboa Park. They really have a nice Japanese garden. It's huge too. So then after the George H.W. Bush gallery, we went to the Admiral Nimitz gallery. And let me tell you, this guy is remarkable. He really is. He has achieved so much in his life and makes me feel bad because sometimes I feel like I haven't done anything in mine. But he has achieved so much. Of course, became an admiral, graduated in the top of his class. And I always wondered his ties with, being that his memorabilia is located in Fredericksburg. I always wondered why, but he's actually from the Texas area, and it was nice to make those connections. So our last stop of the tour was the Pacific Combat Zone, which was pretty cool. There's still a lot to see there. The ground had a map of the whole Pacific area. As you can see, there goes Philippines, which was pretty cool. They had all these old school propaganda posters. And what was really interesting, there's this PT boat that they had in one of the warehouses where, a group of guys just purchased this PT boat and really just remodeled it or remade it to replicate the PT boats that were used in World War II. And it reminded me of this video clip that I saw on YouTube one time. I think it was like Anthony Bourdain and Bill Murray. And Bill Murray said, I think it'll be pretty cool just to be in the Philippines Islands and just go around to each of the islands on a PT boat. And that's exactly what it reminded me of. And I wish that I could do that. That'd be pretty cool, just strolling around each island to island. As always, thank you for tuning in. If you haven't already, please follow, like, and subscribe. I left a link below to all my social media pages. And as always, be happy, stay safe, and be easy. Cheers.